first mushroom of 2017. Oh, thank you, Great Spirit. If you don't carry a pocket knife, just make sure you pinch it off. Then you gotta cover it up so nobody else sees where you picked it. Oh, look at that. This is, I think, my third time out looking. And finally found one. I'd been seeing reports from all over Missouri, south of us, north of us. Anytime you find one around a tree, and that's a maple tree, they like to grow around them first. Your maples and your ash trees. A lot of times when you find one, you want to circle around that tree. Make sure you got another one out there hiding on you somewhere. Thank you, great maple tree. Oh man, it's on like Donkey Kong.
Well, I don't see another one here, so we won't use up a bunch of camera time, but oh, it's on, man. I am so ready to turn Morelic. I am Morelic. Morelic. I am Morelic. Look out.
Well, this is my second day out looking for some morels, and I had found 5 little ones earlier in a spot and thought, well, I need to go where definitely maybe nobody's been. They've all been kind of small, and I just come across this guy right here. He's a good 3 inches or better. Yeah, 3 incher. Oh, he's fat. He may have been up for a day. That little bit of brown spot on him. There wasn't much sun out yesterday.
And it's still kind of real early, because in this spot that I'm in, usually when you find one, you usually find quite a few around each other. And I looked before I turned the camera on, but just this one right here, grown by these 2 old elm trees. Well, don't want to eat up too much camera time. We're going to keep looking. Finally, can break out my nut sack. Oh, it's over there. I reckon got pulled out of my bag. Now I got to go hunt down my nut sack.
No, I'm just a little farther down from where I just picked that other one. Like on the outside edge of some woods. Oh, I love it when you bend down and you see 2 and you look around and there's another one. I knew this spot. I mean, even if I only pick a dozen, would have been worth coming in here today. And trust me, it about kills me to get into this spot, literally. So when you come in here and you actually find what you're looking for, it's a big thumbs up. Now see, I don't carry a pocket knife because I'm always pretty good at pinching them. And pulling up the stalk all the way like this, that's not going to keep that mushroom from not growing back. What hurts the mushrooms is when you put them in a plastic sack and you pack them spores away with you. Check out the mushroom bugs on my hand jumping around. That's why you always want to have a nut sack with you out in the woods. Now when I get done in the woods, I take them out of my nut sack and I put them in a plastic sack because I'm out of the woods. I don't want them getting destroyed anymore or dropping stuff where they don't need to be dropped. Thank you, Great Spirit, for the wonderful little harvest. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Well, it's our 3rd day out looking, and the first time I've come across a good batch of them. Well, we won't say a good batch, but 6 of them in one spot. There's 2 There's 3. And over here's hiding one more. And I'm sure once I pick them and stand up, move around, might spot another one somewhere. I always wonder about my eyes, but then see stuff like that. I know my eyes are still good. So I'm gonna get these picked and move on. Oh, well, you know where we are. It sure is a slow start to this year, but here's our biggest one so far. Most of them have been 3 inches. That's maybe a 5-incher off the ground. And there we go. Found that one earlier, and I went ahead and picked it because if you notice how brown it is and everything, he wasn't gonna make it. He's already dropped spores. But we got 1, 2, 3, 4. Right there's 4. and over here, right in front of the tree, little scrub tree.
Oh, look, there's 2 more. Nope, 3 more. One behind it. Can you see that? See that little one way back in there? That's 8. Thank you, Great Spirit. Yeah, you gotta comb her tight. You gotta comb her tight. You gotta comb her tight. Don't comb her tight. Happy Morel season.
What are we staring at here? We're staring at an ash tree. I think from Missouri, main Midwest region, I think we have like 12 to 13 different trees morels will grow around. Figured maybe this first video I might name it Morel Mushroom Guide, just to see how many views that pulls through time. But and you can go back through my other morel videos, and I give out all kinds of clues through each one. I mean, you're not, I don't consider myself a mushroom hunter. I consider myself a mushroom picker. Pick. Because right there is what you're hunting. You know, them things right there. No matter what they are, that one right there, you're tree hunting. And the other part, the other half, is landscape. Hunting the correct landscape at the correct time. We got down here a grade. Well, that's a pretty big grade. But see, I'm used to always picking it by this ash tree every year, and it'll grow me a few grays, and sometimes I've left them, and sometimes they've grown, and sometimes they don't. And I think we got a bunch of guys coming from out of state running around thinking they're gonna pick a bunch of morels to sell or something. Because I'm seeing people I ain't normally used to seeing. We're just gonna pick him and cover him up. But really, I mean, you know, where I grew up in Atten, Illinois, we have some of the same trees, and you'd pick some around the same, but when I come to Missouri, I had to just kind of learn. And the research is out there. Chris Matherly's web page, Morel Mushroom Hunting Club, there's a public post thing on there. Some of them people dang near give their spots away, which is just crazy. And see, the thing about an ash tree, see the bark of the tree? See the head of the mushroom? To me, they look exactly the same. Doesn't matter if it's a big white, a gray, or whatever. Well, we gotta keep looking to pick. We need some sun here in Missouri. Terribly bad. That's why it's such a bad start to the season. I mean, 4 days and getting out walking a few hours each morning. And I had basically been hitting just one type of landscape. And now I'm in another type of landscape. And I'm not gonna explain it down to detail because that'd take just a little bit longer. And the video's probably gonna be long enough as it is. So getting to the point. It's like the water in a pond. The north side of a pond always sees the sun first. So it always warms up first.
Well, it's the same way with ground temperature. Check that one out. He drew up against the tree. I'm just gonna leave him covered up so nobody else spots him. Let him go back into the ground. But the ground is the same way. You always have one area that's going to warm up first compared to another area. Well, that's how mushrooms are too. Look at the size comparison. That one compared to those. Right there. Nice big fatty. Did I miss one back here? No? Nope. Next one's up here. I put that gray one in my pocket. Now it's time to get my net sack out.
Make sure you always mushroom out with a net sack. One mushroom, it doesn't matter if it's the itty-bittiest one or if it's a gigantic one. Holds anywhere from 10,000 to another 50,000 spores. That'll be mushrooms that'll come out. I mean, it may only pop 10, 6 that next year off that one mushroom you left, but those are 50,000 or 10,000 spores that come out for years to come. Years to come. Maybe our children and their children's lifetime.
And a lot of people would say, well, why didn't you leave them little ones to grow? Well, see how this top on this one right here is a little bit brown? And I talked about that with that other mushroom. Same with this one here. That has that hole caved in it, and that brown there ain't gonna grow no bigger. That one there, yeah, that one may have growed. This one here, I doubt it'll grow any. So, it's all about learning to find the ground that warms up first. And I'll give you some other clues too. Well, I go all kinds by certain types of foliage, but couple types of foliage that grow everywhere is puff dandelions. And when you start seeing puff dandelions,
You can usually pick morels. So I know it's time we had there. I got so excited. 2, 4, 6, 7. Hey, thank you, Great Spirit. Thank you, Great Ash Tree. But see, I may pick from this tree like 10 times. Sometimes only 3 times. Just, you never know. You gotta keep looking.
See, and where I found some of them earlier ones is places I pick them around ash trees. We've not found a single one around ash trees. They've all been around maple trees. When I come to a different landscape area, and they're all around ash trees. Can't find around any other trees yet. But and then, man, I imagine people that jump out of a plane probably get one hell of a natural high. But everything for me my whole life, fishing, and a natural high from hell. Arrowheads got on that natural high from hell. But nothing explodes the dopamine in my brain.
Like them things right there. And it's like my younger brother. He'll go out and he'll pick a sack, maybe 3. He's good to go. And so there's one. Not me, man. I want to pick them from the time they begin all the way to the time they end. There's two. And they circle all the way around this tree is a cool thing. Which this is another spot. I always pick them around. See, he wasn't going to grow no more. There's three. There's four. He wasn't going to grow anymore either. Actually, a good day of sun and wind. He would have probably fell right over. Yep. I think I really peel your eyes around because a lot of people always think they grow right up next to a tree, and a lot of them do. You know, or a couple feet out from them. Like right there. But I found way over there. But, and I just went down here, growed up right next to that rock. All flat on that side of that monster. Oh, there's another one I didn't even notice. That big one. How awesome is that? Yep, no, a lot of them aren't going to grow anymore. So we got there 7. Man, I'm going to have to do a double check. Alright, we'll save. Oh, right there. There's why you do a double check. There's number 8. There'll be number 8 for this one little tree. And please, always make sure you use a net sack in your area. You can get all different kinds. I have another one at home I'll probably end up with using later in the season because them red ones, you snag a branch, you gotta retie them or they're done. But we'll get off here. Thanks for enjoying the Morelic madness. Morelic. Morelic.
Now, you see me use a net sack in the woods, but when I get back to the vehicle, I keep Walmart sacks. These are a great use. That way you're not breaking them up anymore with your net sack, or you don't need to be dropping spores anymore. But with 15 in one spot and 20 in the next, all the way from these nice size ones down to still small grays, but 35 on the 4th day and 55 altogether. That's not what I call the start of a good year, but we'll take it any way we can get it. There's that first one I found today. We'll take them any way we can get them. We don't care. This one here, and I was gonna film, is an elm tree morel. They always have that funky cone shape to them, which they still taste great. They all taste wonderful. Awesome. Thanks for enjoying the show. There'll be more to come. We are Morelic.